then if I have enough and I don't need them, I can always go in and cancel that order. And they're not very much. So, and I have my ring boxes set up to do the same thing. So,
And I think if you're doing that, Amazon, correct me if I'm wrong, don't they sometimes offer you like a subscriber discount for like
They'll give you a
15% or something like
discount on
that?
the product. Because like if you did the one time, because you'll see it, it'll say like subscription is this price. One time is this price, but then if you have so many items in your subscription each month, they sometimes give you up to, it just depends, 20% discount on top of all of those items. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I think when I first started, that's what I did too on Amazon. And now 3 years in, I kind of know, I evaluated at like, for the example, for 2024, I evaluated how many things I use, what size bubble mailers I use. So I use a different, wholesale supplier, and I bought everything in bulk for the year. So like that way I knew that each mailer, like I know my exact amount. Like this mailer cost me 35 cents versus this mailer cost me 45 cents versus, this cost me 10 cents per item. Like whenever I put a sticker on a package, I'm very aware that sticker cost me 4 cents. That sticker cost me 10 cents. Like I think that if you're not taking that initiative, bottom line, you really need to reevaluate and take that time, because those pennies, those could be huge for your business at the end of the day. And if Prime doesn't pay for shipping, and Prime does pay for shipping. Ferna says Amazon is amazing for shipping, and Prime doesn't pay, and Prime can pay for shipping. I think that's what she meant to say. They add up. Yeah, the pennies really add up. If you guys could tap that screen, I really appreciate it. If you can click that little share button. I have 0 shares, and I would love to know that I have some support in here. If you're enjoying this conversation, please tap, 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 share, share, share. I would really, really appreciate it. And this is your chance, okay? This is your opportunity. We're not going to be live for much longer, you guys. They have been live for about an hour. I know they're probably only going to go for about 20, 30 more minutes in this topic in particular. We are here. We are going to be doing these opportunity lives now and again. And this is your chance. This is your chance to figure out, is this opportunity for me? Fill out that little lead form down there, either if you're in Dawn's, in Lee's, or in mine, so that we can reach out to you. If you an email, a phone call, answer us back because we don't know, like we don't want to bother you, and so sometimes we don't call over and over and over again if you don't answer one phone call. It happens all the time where people will leave their information, will contact, and then there's nothing, like no communication. And then we find out later you joined, and not only did you join, you're unhappy with where you landed. And that breaks our hearts. It breaks our hearts because I don't think a lot of people realize when you first start this business, we do have policies and procedures. And one of those policies and procedures is that if you are unhappy where you're at, you cannot change sponsors. You have to quit, wait for 6 months, and you have to get an official termination written from the company that you are officially terminated. Okay. You can't just be like, oh, I haven't been active for a while, I'm done. That's also happened to people where they just like, oh, I just quit, right? But they didn't tell anybody. And then when they wanted to come back a year later, I'm still connected to my sponsor. And then they had to get the written termination and wait a year and a half. So if you are in a position where you are ready to start, and we reach out to you, and you know that Boss Girl Fizz is for you, you know Team Bliss is for you, you know Fearless Dawn is for you, you know Lily is for you, you know Gina is for you, make sure you reach back to us, even if it's through text, even if it's through messaging. If you're like shy to talk on the phone, that's okay with us. We just want to know that we're not bothering you if we keep reaching out, because we don't know. If there's no communication, we don't know. So can we play Truth or Dare, please? No, sorry, Michelle. That's what happened to me. Oh no, that's what happened to you. Oh, that makes me very sad. Listen, I didn't get a written termination, but I had resigned. Yeah, see? And that's what happens. You resign, you don't get your written termination, and then you come back and they're like, sorry, you got to get it. and then you have to wait 6 months. So that's what happened. Oh, that makes me very sad. Listen, I didn't get a written termination, but I had resigned. Yeah, see? And that's what happens. You resign, you don't get your written termination, and then you come back and they're like, sorry, you got to get it. And then you have to wait 6 months. So that's what happens, you guys. There's policies and procedures for a reason. And I am very thankful for those policies and procedures. Let me tell you. It might seem like crazy at first. You're like, why? But those are there to protect you and protect your business. This company is one of the best companies I have ever been a part of. It is the most fun, like, connection and community that you could possibly have. And they care about their reps. They care about their family. Okay. And because of that, these procedures are in place for a reason. So yeah. So if I didn't get a written termination, am I not able to sign up? No, you have to call them and you have to get a written termination, an actual date of termination. And from the date of that termination, you have to wait 6 months. And then after 6 months, then you can re-sign under someone else. Yeah. You're not allowed to just sign up. And because if that happens and you start building, they could literally take away everything from you that you built because you didn't follow policy. Trust me, we've seen it happen.
But yeah, if you call them, they can give you all the details.
Yeah. Yeah. You have something to say about that, Dawn? I see you shaking your head.
The only other thing I would say is if the rep that you originally signed up from is not a part of BP anymore, then you can go to a different person. That's what happened with me. The person that I originally signed up for under, she quit and wasn't a part of Bomb Party anymore, and then that's when I ended up with Ashley. So I mean, that would be the only circumstance, I think.
Yeah. But even within there, you just get rolled up to a leader right above.
Yeah.
You just there's no like, oh, I'm going to go choose this person or I'm going to go choose that person, which I also am very thankful for. You basically get rolled up to the next leader that's active, the next active leader.
For me.
Every time I called, I never got an answer. So I'm going to tell you, there's one thing I will tell you right now, because I don't play with words, and I'm very straightforward. Do not make excuses. Just because you call, if there is not an answer, call again. You email again. You email them and you email them and you email them and you call and you call. Because if you get in the habit of saying, well, I tried, it just didn't work out, that's going to continue forward in your business. You need to also take an active role. If you want this business and if you really want it, you need to take an active role in making sure you get things accomplished. So they didn't answer one time. It doesn't matter. Contact them again. They will answer the phone. I know for a fact that when I call the number within the hours, they do answer. They answer. If the phone line is off, then I leave a message. I leave an email. There is always somebody that will eventually get back to you. If you are persistent, they will get back to you. They fix everything. If something's not right, they fix it. It's not an excuse that you call one time. You need to do it again and get your termination date and get your termination letter if that's what you want. And I want to include, also means once you are signed up, your success is not based on who is your leader at the end of the day. You could have all the resources of Boss Girl Fizz, and you could still not do something because you didn't hit live, or because you didn't do vendor events, or because you didn't show the jewelry, market the jewelry. If you need support, you need to reach out to your leader. And if your leader's not answering you, you need to reach up to their leader. And if their leader's not answering you, you need to tell BP. You need to tell BP, because there is policies and procedures for a reason. They tell us that we need to be there for our downlines. So if you are not getting the support that you need to tell somebody. Mm-hmm. There is no excuse in business. There's no excuse other than the excuses that you put in front of you. That's it. And I talk like this very clearly because that is how it should be. You need to take accountability for everything in business. That is how it should be. You need to take accountability for everything in business. That's just how it is. I like this. You are all very informative. Yes, we are. I was going to sign up again in 2 weeks or so. You can sign up again if your termination letter says 6 months from when you did it. Yeah. Nadia goes, high five. Yes. Yeah, I'm very much like, I hear that all the time. Like, my leader's not there for me. My leader, this and that. And I gotta say, just keep going up the ladder, man. Right? Wouldn't you agree, Don?
I do. I do. And the thing of it is, it's sad you hear it a lot. And, I agree with what Moni said. Like, we have we're all side sisters here, but we work together. We support each other. If we have questions, we have chats, we have groups. We're always helping one another out. Somebody will get back to you. We do a lot of training within our teams and stuff. And but the thing of it is this is your business. You have to work your business. I can't do it for you. Lee, Moni, Gina can't do it for you. You're the one that ultimately has to sit down, turn that camera on, do your parties, work your pages, make your connections with your customers, with your friends, and you do your content. I mean, ultimately, you're responsible for how your business works. We're here to support you, answer questions, guide you along the way, and we are really, really good with that. But at the end of the day, you're the one that opens your store and does your business, and I have nobody to blame for not ranking up or not selling hitting my goals or not selling what I wanted to sell this month. That's not my upline's fault. That's my fault for not putting in the time and the commitment and doing what I know I need to do. And it is work. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's frustrating. I think that we've all at some point, what happened?
I've had tears.
Yeah, I think at some point we've all have had tears and a question our sanity along the way. But,
question my like self, like what am I doing?
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, I sounded like a fool in my life today. Whatever. I mean, we've all been there, done that. But gosh, I sounded like a fool in my life today. Whatever. I mean, we've all been there, done that. But you know what? You just get up and you just do it again tomorrow. And it is so much fun. And we made really awesome connections and friendships. And I truly, truly love this company. Like, I've done direct sales before. I've done home interior in the past where I've had to pack up my kit and lug all my stuff to homes, and I've done in-home parties and stuff. But I've always started my business and they're like, here's your kit, good luck, there you go. We have a whole bomb party university that trains us from get to go. And like I said, our team does so much training, and we have group chats, and there's a lot of support here within Bomb Party, within our team, within the culture that we're building here. So
exactly. I have a couple of comments that said, I want to join, but I have to wait to raise my funds. So I really like that comment, because that's about making a commitment to yourself. You know what goal you want to join. And then you know how much. You have to decide how much you need to save. I would say you guys should save probably, if you want to do the big kit, you should probably have at least 800. And then that will get you started. That will get you started with basics. That will get you started with your kit. That will get you started in a place where you're like, okay, I have all the tiny bubble mailers and all the things that you need. And you can go forward that way. If you want to do the 366, then you save up at least, and then you'll be able to do what you can do. But if you don't start, then don't waste money either. Instead of going to Starbucks like me, I just went and had like a $9 coffee. Instead of doing that, make the decision to make your own coffee at home. Right? You got to make a little bit of sacrifice to get going sometimes. Thank you for saying I'm the best, Chris. I love you so much. And yes, your other option would be to sign up under your own leader, under your old leader, if you did not get your written termination. That is correct. And we would love to have you guys on our Boss Girl Fizz team. You fill out that blue clipboard, like I said. You can definitely make sure you fill that clipboard out so that we can get in contact with you. And we got the response from Nadia Nadia that says, I love how you are all transparent and honest. That says, I love how you are all transparent and honest. That is probably one of my pet peeves in this, in network marketing in general. Just as my pet peeve that like are not as transparent as they should be. And I think that with us, we want that. I know personally, Boss Girl Fizz, anyone involved in Boss Girl Fizz wants the transparency because you're the one that needs to make your expectations. You're the one that needs to make your goals. And if you don't know what to expect, if you don't know what's happening, and if things aren't clearly like written out for you and step by step, then you're going to get lost and you're going to get disappointed. And then you're going to say to yourself, oh, this doesn't work.
This lady gets distracted too.
Right. But it's not that this doesn't work. It's just that you were unfortunately in a position where you didn't have all the information and you didn't have good support system or resources or leadership. So you felt like a failure. I will though say, sometimes we need to fail to then feel the success. You can't fail and give up. Sometimes you need to just push through failure to get to the other side. And in life, like that's beyond this business. That's just a life lesson, right?
You
need
hit your goals.
You need to work through things. You can't give up on yourself. Hi, Miss Erica. Yes, Karina. I take a lot of what you say and I apply it into my business and I'm growing. Oh my gosh, Chris, and I love that. She just said that she takes things that she learns from me and our opportunity lives and she grows her own business. I love that. I love that so much because a lot of the things, and I say this all the time, a lot of the things when you join this community, you can take the lessons you're learning and you can grow any business. Like really, like any business that you want. This platform is awesome, but there's all kinds of platforms that you can go onto and this platform is awesome, but there's all kinds of platforms that you can go onto and grow your community. You don't have to just do it on TikTok, but obviously I love TikTok. I like playing music. TikTok. I like the, all the people that we've discovered and discover me and you can always build relationships within your sisterhood. And when I say sisterhood, I don't mean just girls, okay? I mean, there's men, women, there's all kinds of people that do this business. And you don't need to be like Dawn or Lee or me. And in fact, looking at the three of us, I know we each have our different techniques, like our different personalities, right? Like, I am probably like crazy chicken lady over here. I'm like just a crazy, like I'm crazy, right? I like to have fun. I like to be silly because I always have to be serious. I mean, really. So I'm just I just like to be whoever I am at the moment. I don't know. How do you explain yourself, Don?
I'm pretty much just a straight shooter. I've got a lot of sass and a lot of attitude and I'm very bougie and I don't know, but
She's like, I'm Gucci. I like that. I'm down. I'm down. How do you explain yourself, Lee?
I really like just plain like I'm quiet, believe it or not, y'all. I'm shy as can be. I talk on these, but if we're in person, I don't talk. So Dawn, when I see you this summer, I don't talk when I'm in person. It's just I am as introvert. Like I'm an introverted, introvert. But yeah, that does go out. Like I'll go out, I just don't talk to people. Like I just
like she'll chill, but I kind of like I dig it because you
and just chill and
you're like the best wingman. I feel like I'm all supported and she's like there and she's chilling and she's vibing.
Okay, let's talk about conference. Moni is the talk. So it's like, okay, we're talking to all these top leaders because we want to know what they're doing and what we can learn about. And I've got the notebook writing everything down. She talks, I'm like writing it all down. Okay.
Yeah,
we need to go back to reinvesting when we get back to that. We want to go back.
Yeah. So Karina wants to tell you that you're not boring. You're chill.
Chill. Okay. I like chill.
I'm boring sometimes too. I'm like,
We go kayaking, all kinds of crazy
not
stuff.
boring, girl.
That's not boring.
I'm not very vocal. I guess that's probably why.
I have a quick question. If you already signed up under someone and you don't like it, what? Oh, so Nancy, unfortunately, you'll have to. Well, okay, hold on. There's this caveat that you're gonna have to call BP because if it's within, what is it done? Like, Lee? Is it 72 hours or something like that? There's like this very small window. Like if you accidentally click the wrong link.
Yeah, I had that happen once with a new. She thought she was signing under me, but it was somebody else, and we figured it out like a week later. But yeah, if it's been like really just like a day or two, a week, call me and explain the situation, what's going on. But in general, who you sign up under is who you are under, unless you choose to quit, wait 6 months, and then you could come back.
Yeah, so that's if it's been over, I would say a 72-hour period, really, you're gonna have to call BP. You could talk to them, and then they're probably gonna tell you you have to quit, but make sure you get an email with the written termination date, because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to come back in exactly 6 months. Okay, so that's the main thing. You really need that termination date so that when you do come back, you can choose whoever you want. Otherwise, you're going to just have to re-sign up under the same person that you originally signed up with. Yeah. Nancy, I hope you are successful and get, do all the things you need. But for those of you who do end up feeling like you need to, get support, that's what you have to do. You have to quit for 6 months, and then you can come back, and then you can be Boss Girl Fizz. You know what I'm saying? Then, yeah, I guess. It's not easy. Not everybody can do what you are doing. Nope, not everyone.
Mine quit, y'all. Mine quit. Well, kind of. I've gone through 2, and I got, like, instead of getting rolled up, I mean, they ended up moving me completely somewhere else. But you can do it. You are gonna define your business. You're gonna do it. Now, is it nice to have an upline to help you in those tools? You are gonna define your business. You're gonna do it. Now, is it nice to have an upline to help you in those tools and things like that? Absolutely. But if you're like, quitting for 6 months is not my thing, because I know
you're welcome, Candor. Fill out my little blue clipboard, my love. I would love to chat with you, and I would love for you to be on the team for sure.
Okay, let's go back to reinvesting before we forget.
Okay.
She really, your explanation of it is beautiful, Moni. Go for it.
Okay. So you purchase the 366. You cannot take your profit out. If you do not take your profit out and you use the 366, you make 272 profit, 273. There's a little chart on our links. If you go to the link in my profile, you'll see a picture, and you can see your profit margins in that picture. I believe it's like 272 and some change. If you take everything and once you sell every item and you take all of that profit, you have to do that 4 times if you get to a 2,500 monthly purchase volume, so that you can purchase 2,500 of product credit. That is a goal. Why is that a goal? That is a goal so that you can earn your first fast start, where you get 100 in product credit, plus you get your personal bonus percentage back of 5%. So by hitting that purchasing goal of 2,500 in a month, you really can make back all your money that you reinvested, to be honest. Now, if you purchase, you can sell everything and reinvest 3 times, and you'll get it to a strong foundation financially where you can start to take your profit if you want to.
Without investing any additional money.
Correct.
As far as inventory goes.
Yes, without investing any additional.
Sell it all, take all of that money, get new inventory, sell it all, take all that. And then once you get above that 2,000, you get to 2,500, you're going to get extra bonus on top. And that's what I talked about when I started. That's where I started taking, was that extra 5%. That was my play money, and I reinvested back in till I got to my level. All right, with your first thing. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter